Kahalayim La, Alahayanawa Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Hamashiach, Wamalaki Bahashem Harawat Kagorash, Barakathum, the water Bible Ball Wakwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, and to the men out there teaching the lightwise doctrine that say Shalom. Today we're going to get into a video where this Jake is realizing that America is coming to an end. And that is what we're trying to get you Israelites to understand. There's no saving this place because of the fact that this is the Lord's will. So if you fighting against the demise of America, you fighting the Lord. So let me get a scripture. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I think it's in the book of Micah. Let's see. No, not Micah. Hold on. Let's see what this is. It's Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye not receive none of her plagues." The plague's about to tear this place apart. So if you don't want to take part in them plagues, you need to let go of every lie that you learned in Babylon. And you need to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. If not, you gonna be destroyed with the rest of the Jesus freaks, okay? The rest of the Buddha freaks, the rest of the Muslims who are Israelites, because you got to understand, these other nations, their judgment is already written as well. They're going into captivity. So for Israelites, you have one of two choices. You can either die on this side, or you can be beamed up by the chariots and saved. As far as the other nations, they can either die on this side. If they survive, they can go into captivity. Those are only two options for the other nations. And I don't understand how Israelites would even want this place to go on. Why would you want this place to go on when it has been doing nothing to you but destroying you? Let's go ahead and grab the video. Before we get the video, let's get this copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now let's get the video. And you could tell by how this man is talking that it finally registered with him in his head that this is it. And the name of this video is E is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
This is their distress call. Their world.
I got this too. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. See, Esau tried to paint a picture to make you believe that if he's not in rulership, nobody's able to rule. No, if a base man can do it, if a caveman can do it, anybody can do it. Y'all remember that commercial? Yeah. And somebody else is going to do
it. Is dying. Their world is dying. They have reached the end of the road.
Mm-hmm.
They have nowhere else to go. Do you see? Did you see? Power is being restored and given back to whom it has always belonged. Their world is dying. Do not contain your fire. Let the shit burn.
And he's correct. Let it burn because it's gonna burn anyway. So you might as well be in favor. Let's get this. Go to Revelation chapter 12. And we start at verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. That's why the prophets out here on the streets. We don't want to die here. Verse 2. And be not conformed to this world. There it is. But ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. Now let's get another one. Let's see what this one is. All right, this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 6. And this is a future prophecy. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 24. And this talk about the end days, the end times. At that time shall friends fight one another let me start over. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these things that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. Verse 26, and the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the hearts of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be poured out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared. Are we not seeing all this happening in the last days? Yeah, all this truth coming out now. And they can't stand it. My thing is this though. How y'all mad at us because y'all can't stop lying? How does that work? But see, that's the simplicity and the childishness of Esau, Edom. They mad at us because they can't stop lying. Now we just gonna put you on blast and show the world that you are the liar that the Bible speaks of. Because you have spent 4 kingdoms lying on us. But we don't have to lie on you. All we got to do is tell the truth and embarrass you. Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, because the faces of the judges thereof not where and who is he? Now let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 21. Oh, I think it's Proverbs. Let me try it again. Let me try this. It's not in there. It's oh, it is Proverbs 21. Why did it not come up? Let's get it anyway. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh. As rivers of water, he turneth whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord Yahweh pondereth the heart. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord Yahweh than sacrifice. A high look, a proud look, a high look and a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked is sin. And their iniquities have reached up into the heavens. And that also goes back toward the fact that there's no such thing as free will. Because the king's heart, which is your mind, is in the hands of the Lord. So he's making these Edomites go off. Just like because it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 11, verses 39, are not thou that it remaineth of the 4 beasts, whom I have made to reign in my world, that the end of their time might come through them. They gonna destroy themselves. All we gotta do is stay out the way. Now let's go to the book of Daniel. Chapter 4, verse 17. This matters by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. See, the Lord controlling everything down here. And give it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the basis of men. The bottom of the barrel, Esau. The dregs of the cup, Esau. But see, he's so stupid, he think his wickedness gonna prevail forever. No, it's not. Let's get this one. Job chapter 14. Verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Esau was allotted a certain amount of time to be in rulership, to punish us. But his rulership is coming to an end, and his punishment is about to begin. That's why he getting all antsy and crazy. Revelation chapter 12. Verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Because it's prophesied, once the Israelites, well, once the Lord wakes the Israelites up, that starts his downfall. And the Lord throwing monkey wrenches in Esau's plan left and right. The United States ain't never looked this bad. So yeah, the Lord is working. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 2. Verse 20. That ain't it. Hold on. Oh man, I'm tripping. Chapter 10. Verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And the one who is profitable is Lord Yahweh Shai. King David, 144,000. Now let's go to the book of Acts, chapter 2. Verse 20. Not 20, 21. Hold up, is that it? Chapter 2, Acts, verse 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. See, this is one of those scriptures that the Christians, they just take that and run and apply that to everybody without reading the next verse. I'm gonna read it again. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. That's what Christians do. They look for them all and them whosoever scriptures to make it apply to everybody. But this is the next verse. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. That means the Lord was talking to the men of Israel. It's just that simple. But see, Christians, they gonna pretend like they don't understand. You ain't got to understand. You can just die. Ain't nobody gonna beg y'all to stop playing stupid with the scriptures. Because just like the elder said, in all the other worlds, black means black. But in the Bible, when it says they're a dark race, all of a sudden black don't mean black no more. See what I'm saying? Now it's olive complected. When the book of Revelations gives you a description of Lord Yahweh Shai. That's when they put on their stupid hat and pretend they don't understand nothing. Keep on playing. Because the only thing you playing with is your blood. Ain't nobody finna beg y'all to get it. Either you get it or you don't. And if you don't get it, you gonna get it from the Lord. I never seen a group of grown people pretend to be children, pretend that they don't understand because they in their fields. This is not the time for feelings. It's not time for emotions. This is the time to either get right or get left. Book of Hebrews chapter 8, verse 7. For if that the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault in them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. It doesn't say all and whosoever. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws in their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. I don't see all or whosoever. So it behoove you Israelites, stop playing stupid because you're playing with your own blood. Go to Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And I don't see nobody rejoicing. Verse 12. If a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. I hope that makes sense. If you apply this to the Trump administration, yeah, easily. Yeah, y'all need to come out of Babylon, man. But this is what the Lord is finna do. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 35. Verse 11. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. The Lord is talking to Edomites, what he's going to do to them. Verse 12, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given to us to consume. They think they can just use us to throw us away and they have the right to do wickedness to us and not be punished. This is how they think. Verse 13, thus with your mouth you have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate. So will I do unto thee, thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Now let's go to the book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But will I send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra. Teman and Basra are cities or towns inhabited by Edomites. You are people before you are a place. Let's get this one. Revelation chapter 18. And we can start at verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye not receive not of her plagues. And there's more to that. I read this before, but we're going to keep on reading. Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Reward her as she has rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works in the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. So y'all finna get, y'all, America's about to get where the inhabitants thereof, the wicked Edomites, y'all about to get 2 times what y'all put out. And our captivity was horrific. Y'all captivity gonna make ours look like a cakewalk. Cause y'all finna get double what y'all did to us. Get this one. James chapter 5, verse 6. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient. Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Yep. It's coming. He coming. Let's get this one. Book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city, America. It is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departed not. We still here. We are the prey, the Israelites. And this is playing out just like it played out in Egypt. The Pharaoh would not let us go. So the Lord is finna do something. Get this one. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 20. Rejoice over her, thy heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh have avenged you on her. Verse 21, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. When America gets destroyed this time, it's not going to be rebuilt. It's going to be a wilderness. Okay, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. And the Lord he finna tell you how he gonna do it. Jeremiah chapter 50. And we'll start at verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause up to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her, battle formation. From thence she shall be taken. The arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. And the Chaldeans shall be a spoil. All that spoil, her shall be satisfied, said the Lord. Spoil mean to rob. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown as the heifer at grass, and bellows and bulls. Now let's go down to verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Shout against her round about, she hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord, take vengeance upon her, as she has done, do unto her. What else we got? Verse 18. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land, as I have punished the king of Assyria. And I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I will pardon them whom I reserve. He talking about the Lord is going to pardon 144,000 and the innumerable 1/3 of Israel. That's why we out here teaching. That's why we out here trying to wake up the elect. So Yahweh Ratazah, our sins could be pardoned and we can get up out of here alive. Verse 23. How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon become a desolation among the nations? This is the Lord making fun of Babylon, America. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation, for it is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldees. Verse 28, the voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon to declare Zion, the vengeance of the Lord our power, the vengeance of his temple. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she has done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Yeah, y'all done, man. It's over. What else I got? Get this one. Isaiah chapter 14. Chapter 21. And this is some most of the Lord is going to do to the Edomites. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land or fill the face of the world with cities. A lot of Edomites walking around here today, they're going to have to pay for all the sins and iniquities. Well, I'm going to say all the iniquity, because Edomites can't sin because they wasn't given the laws. They're going to have to pay for all the iniquities of their fathers. Just like we have to pay for the iniquities of our fathers. The Lord judges nations. All of Israel but was not wicked, but we all went into captivity as a nation, just like all the other 16 nations about to do. All of Edom ain't wicked, but all y'all finna get punished. All the other nations wasn't wicked, but all the nations is about to get punished because they had a hand in our downfall and took advantage of it. Knew who we were the whole time and said nothing because they were benefiting from us being at the bottom. Y'all in trouble too. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 21, future prophecy. And it shall come to pass in that day, future prophecy, that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high and the kings of the earth upon the earth. It's all these elites. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and they shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days they shall be visited. The Lord finna get these elites too, because they're gonna be the first slaves. The book has a beautiful ending. And this is why we're not worried. Psalm chapter 73, verse 17, until I went into the sanctuary of Yahweh, then understood I their end. Meaning, you have to understand this book for what it is saying. And then you're going to understand that it don't matter what Esau does to try to wiggle his way out of this. He's still going to end up in the same place, in captivity. Matter of fact, let's get that. The book of Micah. Verse 3. Therefore saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for the time is evil. Now, I'm going to show you that this was talking about Edomites. The name of this section is Woe to Oppressors, who oppresses. We're going to read verses 1 and 2, then you're going to know we're talking about Edomites. Verse 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. We are living proof of that. They straight jacked us for our heritage. They caught us slipping because we didn't know who we were. It's over now. Verse 3, therefore thus said the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for the time is evil. Y'all ain't getting out of this. It's over, E. We're going to end this thing. The book of Obadiah. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Verse 8, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? That's why they making all these stupid, goofy moves, right, in these last days. The Lord throwing monkey wrenches in them, in they plans. In the divided states of confusion, Babylon has never looked this bad on the world stage. It's the Lord working. Verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Verse 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. In the house, verse 18, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. In the house of Esau a stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. Verse 21, and Savior shall come upon Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. So, it's in the Lord's will that America be destroyed and all these mountains and hills of smaller, bigger and smaller countries, their governments are going away. Everybody is going to become under the rulership of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. King David, the 144,000. That's going to be the only government on this whole planet. And it's not going anywhere. Ain't nobody else going to rise up against immortals. How that work? I remember Bishop Nate said that. He said in 1,000 years, the Edomites going to take back control. How? A base man against immortals? I don't see that happening. Let's get one more, we close. Book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. There you go. Trump, Putin, and all these other world leaders, they just in the way right now. They playing like they kings, but these are children. Diaper Don, yeah. Doo-doo Netanyahu, yeah. These are not kings. These are wicked children. It was about to be the first fruits of slavery, along with the other world leaders and elites. But see, that's what happens when you try to imitate kings and you're not a king. You're a base man. You'll never be able to imitate kings of Israel. That's why you're mad to this day, because you were rejected for the birthright. But the Lord put it on your heart to sell it. That shows right there how immature you are. You don't even look out for future nations of your own people. All that instant gratification, that got you nothing. And now you're about to pay for your impetuous decision to sell your birthright for a bowl of soup with raw meat. Kahalayim la lahai now Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wa Malaki, by Hashem, Harawat, Bakat, Warash, Barakatham, the water by Babawa, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.